I feel like being a lawyer and also being like a psychonaut feel like such disparate sort of hobbies. But I love that you've just also found a way to like turn it into one thing of like, okay, cool, let me figure out how I can do the intellectual property of psychedelics, which I think is great fun.
I saw there was a interest in bringing novel psychedelic compounds through FDA. Actually, psychedelics have been the area that was most interested in. I studied science as an undergrad after my first psychedelic experiences and was just following the science, really interested in it, and saw this was another area.
I think our first podcast was one where Rick Doblin was on as well, and we were talking about IP ethics.
Chris was saying that some people argue that actually the first use of intellectual property and like protecting your information was with indigenous communities and their spiritual practices, which were often quite revered, and they were protected by those communities and held within those communities, which I thought was very interesting. I'd never thought of intellectual property in that way.
Yes, and I do think this is a really good place to get oriented, because often when we think about patents today, we think about exactly what they are today. It's this 20-year period of exclusivity, and these are the rules that you need to pass to be able to get it, and here's what it covers.